Hey, everybody! Welcome to an all-new Trenny and C. He's Trenny, I'm C, and today we have an interesting Indian blend.
We're really proud today, to introduce Blender's Pride.
Oh, I see where you're going with that. Yeah, okay.
That's my only segue.
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah. And you know what? The thing that's interesting about this is that they actually have something written on the box. So,
we finally have some information to go off.
Yeah, exactly. It says Seagram's Blender's Pride Rare Premium Whiskey. Right. Blender's Pride is the result of over 150 years of Seagram's great tradition of blending fine whiskeys. An inspired piece of thinking led to the creation of this classic mellow blend. On a hunch, master blenders Patrick Joseph Lutz and Abby Stephen
traditional Indian names.
Decided to roll out one particular cask of whiskey from the cool cellars of the distillery and expose it to the warmth of the setting sun at regular intervals. The delicate sweetness and aromatic flavor of the blend is testimony to the spectacular success of their experiment, which led them to call the spirit Blender's Pride.
Wow.
There we go.
Cool. So this sounds very much like...
Promising.
Yeah. Sounds promising. That's a cool bottle.
Yeah, it's kind of like one. It's kind of like an old Weller bottle in a way.
Yeah.
Blender's Pride Rare Premium Whiskey, a blend of imported Scotch malts.
So we got Scotch malts in there.
Indian grain spirits, and it is. So here's an interesting fact.
I just gotta say, a lot of these Indian whiskeys
blends.
Well, they're still whiskey.
Yeah.
But
you have the Indian single malts and the Indian blends.
Okay, they're still all whiskeys.
They are.
But anyways, the Indian blended whiskeys.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've lost my train of thought. Oh, they are. A lot of them are produced and owned by Seagram's. So that's kind of interesting. Yeah. So there's a few out there. Anyway, go on. Go ahead.
One thing I was going to mention is this. Classically, in Indian blends, you see 42.8 VV, or ABV in North America, and it comes out at 75% proof. So we've always been kind of mind-boggled around, like, is that 42.8 VV actually 42.8
And what
ABV?
does the VV stand for?
I don't know the VV.
Alcohol by volume?
Maybe. But yeah, the 42.8 is actually alcohol by volume, but the proof statement is different in Britain, or in the old British ways, versus the North American ways, or the American way. So 42.8% in the US would be 85.6 proof.
Sure.
Whereas the British way is 75 proof. But Irregardless, I don't know the difference.
I'd say regardless.
It is 42.8% alcohol. So you're getting a little kick
You get a little bit notch up in the alcohol percentage, which is really nice.
Yeah.
In the what do we got? A twist cap or
Of course it's going to be a twist cap. It's an Indian blend.
Cap. Yeah, okay.
They are almost exclusively twist caps.
And
with
we always have the flame retardant thing.
Yeah, on the top. Okay, here we go. We're still looking for our...
Look at that flow. Like, you'll never crush that bottle.
No. We're still looking for an exceptional Indian blend. Like, we've found...
Is this it?
We've found exceptional Indian single malts. Like, Amrut makes some amazing single malts, as well as Paul John, as well as Rampur. They make some exceptional single malts, but it's the blends where we struggle. So we're in search of.
The blends tend to behave, from our experience, a little bit like a vodka trying to
be a rum.
Be a rum that's putting on the leather jacket
of
a scotch.
It's putting on a kilt.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's playing the bagpipes. Okay, so not to hack it down because we haven't even tried it yet.
We haven't even tried it, but that's the experience so far.
Yeah.
Let's kind of get into the
Please,
color.
blow my mind.
Like, honestly, the color, you can't ever really
trust
the fact that is natural color. So move on from that. You go to the nose. And I gotta say, like, instantly it has that very similar quality.
It has a traditional Indian blend kind of nose to it, so I'm expecting a lot of the same from what
they are very similar from each other. Maybe this one's a little bit more biscuity and doughy.
There's a little bit more nose happening here, for sure, than there was on, say, like Royal Stag.
Traditionally, I would say that these are meant for blending. I know in India they like to blend their, we'll call it whiskey, with like soda water or club soda, that kind of thing.
It has like a bit
but there's a little bit more going on.
Grainy, sugary, kind of like a sugar cane molasses.
Again, in that style that we talk about, where it's almost like, instead of using, like, they do claim that they're using the grains in this, but it's almost like a distilled molasses sugar cane kind of a thing.
Yeah, it's got
in a rum barrel.
With a bit of a vodka note to it. Like
For sure. Besides the color of this could easily be clear.
It could be, yeah.
You know, and you'd be as...
It would seem normal.
It would be okay with that.
But, like, I don't think you could take, like, a really light spirit and try and put it in this bottle. You've got to put a little E150 in there.
For sure.
Okay.
So, having said all that, you know, like, it is very cool to buy these bottles that you never see anywhere.
Well, and that's just it. It's very hard to get your hands on an Indian blend here in Canada. So it's like it's fun to try it. You just have to lower your expectations a little bit.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, it's not a premium spirit, right? Okay, let's taste it, because...
Are you sure? It's a rare premium whiskey.
I'm not pulling a lot out of the nose. Besides it being a little bit more...
There's a bit of like a candied fruit kind of thing going on there, but it's almost like... It's almost artificial in some kind of way.
I mean, there's big grainy kind of notes to it. Like, it's a little bit chalky and a little bit...
Yeah.
I don't know. Hard to describe. Like I said, I've smelt and tasted vodkas that are, if you put like some E150A in some like really half decent quality vodkas, you'd be like, oh, that's a whiskey.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Let's taste it.
Okay, here we go. Okay.
Do you know what? Okay.
This one's a little scotchier.
I was gonna say. They do pride themselves on the label saying a blend of imported Scotch malts, as the first thing they say, and select Indian grain spirits. So I would say, out of the ones we've tried recently, you know, it is a little bit Scotchier.
It has more of a blended Scotch presence than, say, like Royal Stag, for example.
Do you know what? Okay. Here's what I'm going to say. I don't know the price of this in India. Maybe it's extortionately expensive. I don't know. But if it's not, and it's a reasonable price, I know from my travel experiences, I've tried some horrendous whiskey that claims to be whiskey that, well, I've been drinking it thinking like I might wake up blind tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure.
I would way rather have this, because this actually has a bit of that
it has some presence,
like whatever the Scotch thing is, I guess that's kind of like a smoke and barrel presence to it.
Yeah, it has a little bit of the woodiness, a little bit of the herbal nature of it, a little bit of more of the Scotch grains, a little bit of the barley.
Yeah, that's
right. Like, as opposed to the molasses.
All in all, so far, this is pretty good.
Yeah, and I mean, we're talking about $30 here, which you're not getting much for $30 here. So I mean, it's at least an interesting variant.
For sure.
If you're looking to try something different around here, it's, you know, it's not on the level of an Amrut or a Paul John or something like that, but I mean, it's worth a try. And it can certainly be guiltily mixed as a cocktail.
Sure, yeah. And when we talked about when we talk about the fact that a lot of Indian whiskeys can be mixed with club soda or whatever, this one actually, like, as a cocktail would be pretty good.
Because it has a little bit of actual presence to it.
Yeah, there's something going on. So, I would say...
Blender's Pride is maybe one of the blended prides of India.
For sure. Yeah.
From a whiskey perspective.
Yeah, I don't mind this. I think if I was traveling the country and I had to try all these different types, and you're just like constantly being like, like
this is the one.
This
is the one to settle in with, settle down.
That you might be able to sit back with and enjoy. Yeah.
All right. Well, cheers. He's Trenny. I'm C. Click like, subscribe, leave a comment, and we will see you next time with another blended Indian whiskey here.
Ooh,
something of that
awesome.
nature.